Live with Tao. Life and dialectics. Life is possible only because of dialectics, that is, opposites. For instance, men and women are opposite to one another, and this creates a challenge and creates the phenomena of love. The whole life moves around love, which is the outcome or phenomena of dialectics. If your lover and you become so totally one that there is no gap at all, both will be dead. You will not be able to exist then. You both will disappear from this dialectic process. For life, this dialectic process is possible. Suppose if the dialectics between the right and the left foot is not there, walking is not possible. So when there is no movement between the left and the right foot, you do not move forward, you just remain stationary at one place. If this dialectics is not taking place between lovers, then love will not blossom. You can exist in this life if oneness is never total. It comes for some time, like you are hungry, then you eat, then you are no more hungry. Dialectics. This process goes on. You have to move away again and again to come near. You come closer to the food when you are hungry. When you are satiated, you move away from the food. And this process continues. If you are permanently satiated with the food, then food will not have attraction for you. This satiation, when it comes, it should be so total in a meditative way that the quality of life changes, but that does not mean you will not eat after some time. But when the nutrition is healthy, then a different quality of life comes into you. Your immunity is better. Your life becomes longer. So too happens in the process of male-female relation. Lovers fight with one another. This fight, this conflict creates a dialectics, but this happens unconsciously. But when there is a conflict comes between food and you, after you have eaten, you go against the food, you move away the plate, even if little food is remained. This is dialectics, but it does not create conflict. When lovers fight with one another, it creates a dialectics. Whole day they are fighting with one another, and this fight between them brings them closer to one another, and they will become enemies, but they will come back close to one another again. But when this dialectics is happening consciously, meditatively, then the quality of life, quality of love, quality of satiation will be of a different quality. You have to come closer, you have to move away from. So you cannot remain 24 hours eating. That will create problems with digestion. You cannot remain in the process of love making 24 hours. You do it, the satiation comes, then you move away. Again, the need comes to come closer. This process continues. This is known as dialectics. For living, this is important. You are walking, you are using the 2 feet. The process of dialectics, the opposite coming in interaction with one another. And when you have reached the destination, this process stops and you take a rest, you sit down, or you do whatever you are supposed to do then. They will come near, a point will come when they will become one for a single moment, and that will be their happiness, their joy, their fulfillment. But the moment they have become one, the process to go away starts again. You and the food has become one, you have assimilated the food. Now the process of going away from the food will begin. They will see they have started being separate again. The very moment the peak comes in, the process starts to be different. To be separate, to be opposite, this goes on moving again and again. You come near, you go away. This is what I mean that creates the energy. This energy is created through the polarity. When you are going to charge your laptop or the smartphone's battery is charged, then it is complete, it will last for a certain period of time, then you have to recharge again. And this battery is being charged because of the polarities coming together. Without polarity, life cannot exist. If 2 lovers really become one, they disappear from life. They are liberated really. They will have no rebirth again. There will be no life in future. 2 lovers can become totally one. Their love has become the deepest meditation possible. They have achieved what Buddha achieved under the Bodhi tree. They have achieved what Jesus achieved on the cross. They have achieved non-duality. Now they cannot exist. Existence, as we know, is dialectics. And these techniques are for those who exist in duality. So there will be many contradictions because these techniques are not philosophy. Instead, these techniques are meant to be done, to be lived. They are not mathematical formulas, they are actual life processes. They are dialectical, they are contradictory. So there is no need to reconcile them. They are not the same, instead they are opposite to one another. Try to find what type you are. Can you relax? Can you let go? Can you be in a passive moment, not doing anything? Then all the techniques which requires will not be for you. If you cannot relax, and I say to you to relax, and you immediately ask how to relax, that how shows your mind, and how shows the word how shows you cannot relax without making any effort. Even for relaxation, you need some effort. That's why you are asking how to relax. Relaxation is relaxation. There is no how to it. If you can relax on your own, you know how to relax, you simply relax. There is no effort, there is no method. Just as in the night you go to sleep, you never ask how to sleep. But there are persons who suffer from insomnia. And if you say to them, I just put my head on the pillow and that is okay, I am asleep. No matter how many times I get up in the night, the moment I put my head on the pillow, I fall asleep the next moment. They cannot believe it. And their suspicion is valid and meaningful. They cannot believe you are deceiving, because they also put their head on the pillow. They go on putting their head whole night on the pillow, but sleep does not happen. They are going to ask, certainly they are going to ask, how to put the head on the pillow. There must be a secret which you are not telling him. When I say that the moment I put my head on the pillow, I fall asleep. So those who are suffering from insomnia will doubt it, and they will be thinking that there is something secret that you are not sharing with them. You are deceiving. The whole world is deceiving them. Everybody says we just go to sleep. There is no how to it. There is no technology. They cannot believe you, and you cannot blame them for not believing you. We simply put down our heads, close our eyes, put out the light, and we are asleep. They are also doing the same thing. They also do the same ritual. They do it more correctly than they have done ever before, but nothing happens. The light is off. They have closed their eyes, lying on their beds. Nothing is happening. Once you lose the capacity to relax, then technique is needed. Then they need a technique. Then without the technique, they will not be able to fall asleep. So, if you have a mind which can relax, then surrender is the way for you. So what happened? You can relax by putting your mind on the pillow. You are really surrendering. And do not create any problems. They simply surrender. At least half of you can do it. You may not be aware, but 50% is the possibility, because masculine and feminine minds exist in a certain proportion. They are always 50-50, almost, and in every realm, because a man cannot exist without a woman, and woman cannot exist without. There is a deep balance in the nature. Do you know 115 boys are born to 100 girls because boys are weaker than girls. So by the time they are sexually mature, 15 boys will have died. 115 boys are born to every 100 girls. Girls are stronger. They have more stamina, more resistance. Boys are weak and they do not have so much resistance. For each man, a woman exists. For each woman, a man exists, because there is never, and this happens, there is never a tension. They cannot exist without it. That polar opposite is needed. And similar is the case with the inner mind as well. The existence, the nature needs a balance. So half of you are feminine and and can be deeply in surrender very easily. But you can create a problem for yourself. You may feel that you can surrender, but you think how to surrender. You feel that your ego will get hurt. You become afraid of surrendering because it has been taught to you, be independent. Remain independent. Do not lose yourself. And surrender means losing yourself, dissolving yourself. Do not give your control to someone else. Always be in control. This has been taught. And these are the difficulties that are taught to us. So you can feel that you can surrender, but then other problems arise which has been given to you by the society, culture and education. And they create problems. The egocentric identities, your conditioning. If you really feel that surrender is not for you, then forget it. It is not to be worried about it. Then put your energies and effort. You have to see what kind of person you are and what is natural and spontaneous for you. Not that surrender will be spontaneous for you. The effort can also be spontaneous for you. So these are the two extremes. One, if you are a feminine mind, you have nowhere to go. There is no goal. No God is to be achieved. No future. Heavens, nothing. Do not be in a hurry now. Remain true to the moment. Remain true to the moment, and all that can be achieved by the male mind through hurry, effort, you will achieve here and now without any effort. If you are not in a hurry now, you remain true to the moment, and then you will achieve what can be achieved through the effort. So that's why surrender becomes you achieve things out of grace for no, without any effort on your own. Right now, you are at a goal if you can relax. The male mind will have to run around about and round about until it is tired. So those who suffer from insomnia, when their body gets tired, so they keep on engaging in certain activities, then when they are tired, then sleep happens naturally. Male mind will have to run round about and round about until it is tired completely, and then it falls down. Only then it can relax. Aggression, effort, endeavor are necessary for male mind to be exhausted. So the energy that are overflowing needs to be exhausted. And when that exhaustion happens, then it is possible for it to relax and to surrender. That surrender will come only at the end. After the effort has been made, the energy has been exhausted. For the feminine mind, surrender becomes the beginning. For the feminine mind, it is always in the beginning. You reach the same happening by way of reaching. But the ways of reaching surrender are different. For a man, surrender is possible only after much effort, exhaustion, and the excess overflowing energy is exhausted. Women reaches surrender from the very beginning. She doesn't need to make any effort and all that. This is here comes the feminine mind and the masculine mind. So both reach the same state through different ways and means. So those who have difficulty in sleeping, sometimes it is said, do certain things. So they will go and take a shower, do this, do that, fix the cupboard, or do something, and then when the energy that is creating the disturbance is exhausted, they fall asleep. So when I say do not waste time, it is for the male mind. If I said be in a hurry and create such an emergency that your total energy and the being becomes pinpointed, concentrated, and only in that concentrated effort, life will become a flame. This is for the male mind, the masculine mind. And for the feminine mind, relax and you are already a flame. Because it is natural and spontaneous for you to surrender. Because of this, there is Mahabir, there is Buddha. You have Jesus, you have Krishna, you have Ram, you have Zarathustra, Moses, but you do not have a similar list of women. Not because women have not achieved such a state of mind. They have achieved, but their ways are different. And this whole history has been recorded by man. Man can understand only the masculine mind. Man cannot understand the feminine mind. That is why that is the problem. And really difficult. A man cannot understand a woman just by being simply a housewife, can achieve something which a Buddha achieves with so much difficulty, so arduously. A man cannot conceive it. It is impossible for him to conceive a woman can achieve just by being a housewife. Living moment to moment. Being housewife means living moment to moment, enjoying moment to moment, just concerned about the here and now, and not bothering about anything else. No goal, nothing whatsoever. Just loving the children, loving the husband, just being an ordinary woman, and so blissful in that state. No need for her to make any arduous effort as Mahabir is making. 20 years of long, arduous effort, but man will appreciate Mahabir because he can appreciate effort. But the state of no effort will not be appreciated. If you achieve a goal through effort, if you achieve goal without any effort as a grace, then it is not worth for you. You cannot appreciate it. He can appreciate someone who has achieved something with great effort. And if you say you are already achieved that which you have to achieve, then there is nothing to be achieved. When two people, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, in 1953, 23rd of March, climbed the Mount Everest. When Hillary reached everybody, when they heard the news, they were thrilled. And that was the situation of male. And when you ask a woman professor, she said, why there is so much fuss about it? What is the point? What have you gained by reaching there? Even reaching to the market, to a shop, would have been better. You made so much effort to reach the highest peak, the Himalayan peak, the Mount Everest. What did you gain by that? That is the masculine mind. The feminine mind says, feminine mind says, what did you gain? What did Edmund Hillary gain? Except name and fame. But ultimately he has to come down to the shop to get some food to eat. Even reaching to the market, to a shop, would have been better. For a feminine mind, it is useless going to the moon. Why such danger? There is no necessity. But for a masculine mind, it is not a goal. Really, the effort is important. The effort that masculine mind puts in achieving something, because then he proves that he is masculine. The very aggression and the very possibility gives them the thrills. This is the difference between masculine and the feminine mind, and life moves out of dialectics. When the opposite meet, they meet for some time. The two poles of the battery, they come together. In togetherness, battery is charged, and then the vehicle continues to move forward. Then again, they are separate from one another. There are much more deeper aspects of it, of the two minds. So enough for today. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.